never heard that before. Okay. And share my screen. Actually, I'm going to wait and just let our speakers say hello. Okay, we're going to get started here. Happy May 25th. It is the last meeting of May, and so it's been a fabulous month. I want to welcome our guest here. We have Eric Wolf. Hello, Eric. Good to see you. You want to say hi to the troops?
Good morning, Gina. How you doing?
Excellent. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. So we're talking about open houses today, right, Gina?
Yes, sir.
All right. So yeah, as things are reopening, and we're going to do open houses again, I just wanted to remind everyone, we had a lot of luck before the pandemic, providing you guys with open house finance flyers. A lot of your colleagues were taking our open house finance flyer, making a double-sided open house flyer. And it seems like a lot more people were holding on to those, and they appreciated the payment information on the finance flyers. So happy to generate those. We can get those for you really quick. If you just send us the property address, we can get you those open house flyers for your open houses. Another resource we have now that we're moving back into an open house environment is our Axia mobile app that you can put on your mobile phone. It's got a great mortgage calculator on there. More importantly, you can share it with prospects as they come through the open house. And we can help you convert more of these prospects into clients by getting them pre-approved faster, easier, better. So those are a couple things that we want to make sure you're aware of for the open houses. Rates have kind of stabilized the past month or so after jumping up the first few months of the year. So Fannie Freddie conforming conventional rates continue to be around 3%, plus or minus with no points. Government rates are in that mid high 2 range with no points, and jumbo rates continue to be in the low 3s on 30-year fixed loans. Over the next couple months, June and July, we're anticipating more of the jumbo loan programs coming back into the marketplace. So that should be good news. With more competition, that should help to drive those jumbo rates back down, because pre-COVID, jumbo rates were right there with the conforming rates. So we should see these 30-year jumbo rates get back down to, below 3%, depending on, market movement. So that's some more good news. More jumbo products coming out over the next couple months too. So thank you for the opportunity, guys, and let's make it a great day.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Eric. I look forward to you being back in the office here as well. In fact, we're going to be talking a little bit later. Mark Stark's going to be here live on June the 8th. So, great. And so maybe we can talk about that morning as well. But thank you for everything that you do. The finance flyers are fantastic. And so I'm sure our agents will be reaching out and getting those done. So thank you. Okay, I see Melissa Duran is also with us. So Melissa, would you like to say hello to everyone?
Hi there, everyone. Good morning. You guys can see me. All right. Hi, everyone. You guys are doing well.
Not driving, are you?
I'm parked, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that yesterday from one of the agents. They're like, "You're not driving, are you?" I'm like, "I just pulled over. I'm pulled over. See my hands? I'm pulled over." She was laughing.
Look, Mom, no hands.
No, I'm not driving with no hands, guys. Okay, so just a reminder, you guys. We have ourselves the listing property profile. I know you guys have your way of doing your listing presentations, but I just want to make sure that you guys are aware that we can also provide the property profiles coming into a listing profile. So it's in a hardcover, and it does contain your tabs. So it makes it so much easier for you to actually be able to flip where you need to go to, whether it's looking at your documents or whether it's looking at your property profile, plat map, and so on and so forth. So that is still available. The other thing we still have as well is your farm package booklet, okay? I still have some agents that still like to go old school. And that's okay, because I like old school. So with the old school, I mean, is just make sure that when you guys ordering your farm packet and you want to basically come up with a book to make your side notes, that's still available. It's still here, okay? So keep those in mind as well, that we still have those available for you guys. The other thing as well is we want to make sure that you guys are aware that currently right now, who we would do our recordings with, which was with Signage. So Signage is a company that we would go to get the recordings done. Should we have to do a special, or we have to go pick up items from Legendary or from any other escrows, to make sure that we try to close that same day. So fund and close that same day. Currently right now, Signage is not allowed to do any business at this time in California. Don't know what happened, so all I can say is, but we have a second choice. So that's who we've been going to. We do Simple Life, and that's who we're going to whenever there's any kind of recording that we need to do immediately, because the county court is still not letting us to go in and do any kind of recording. So we do have a plan B, and that plan B has been for the past week. So anything you guys find yourself in a situation, in a pickle with any of our transactions, please by all means reach out to me, reach out to your escrow officer as well. We're on the loop. We're here to make sure that we get things closed right away as soon as we can. Okay. Other than that, thank you guys so much for you guys' business and support. Our title unit is explicitly busy, extremely busy. So if it takes them a little while to get back to you on any of your questions, you always know that you can also reach out to me as well to answer any questions. So you never know, I may know the answer, and you wouldn't have to speak to Audrey. But by all means, feel free, give us a call. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Awesome, thank you. And yes, I absolutely love those property profiles for the listing presentation. I've never heard a seller say anything but wow over it. And gosh, thank you. This is awesome. To have that information for them, everybody loves to have it. But in addition to you getting the property profile, when you order the listing profile that's bound like that, you get a nice buyer and seller guide, you get a nice seller checklist brochure. It's a really nice package to give to your clients. So highly recommend you do it on 100% of your listing presentations, because it does help you stand out. So thank you, Melissa. They're beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I see Yvonne Ramirez is with us from Legendary Escrow. Hi, Yvonne. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. So today I will be discussing a topic on selling with a solar agreement. With solar becoming more and more common, it is important to understand how these energy-saving devices can impact your closing. If you have solar, please provide escrow with the contact information as soon as possible so we can process and provide title documents to review and approve. Please note the seller must be in contact with the solar company first to authorize any third party to communicate and provide information. With the solar program, there are two ways it shows up in the prelim: the HERO program and as a notice of independent solar energy producer contract. With the HERO program, the payment is collected with the taxes, and it will show as a contractual agreement item in the prelim. Escrow will need a demand to pay it off, or the new buyer must qualify to assume the program. The contract terms can be up to 25 years. It can also show up as a notice of independent solar energy producer contract along with a financing statement. In this situation, escrow will need a release for the notice and a termination of the financing statement to record with the close of escrow. Even if the buyer is assuming the contract, escrow must have a release and termination for the seller. The solar company must refile the notice and financing statement with the new buyer's information. Most importantly, it is critical that you notify escrow as soon as possible, preferably even before escrow opens when you take a listing that has solar panels. The sooner we become aware, it becomes less likely that this becomes an issue with your closing. If you have any questions on solar agreements, you may contact your escrow officer or our affiliated title company, Landwood Title, to discuss any questions you may have. A marketing flyer will be going out tomorrow, which will explain solar agreements in further detail. As always, thank you to our Berkshire agents for choosing affiliated services with Legendary Escrow and Landwood Title for your transactions. And thank you so much, Gina, for having me on your call today.
Thank you, Yvonne. There is one question. It looks like, I'm guessing this isn't applicable if the solar is paid.
If the seller is, say that one more time.
The solar is paid, it's not an issue, right?
Oh yeah, no, if it's already paid, then no.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Thanks for everything you do. We appreciate you and Legendary and Landwood and Axia and all our affiliates. Thank you for being
Awesome.
here.
Thank you, Gina.
Okay, you're very welcome. Any other questions for either any of our affiliates? Okay, then hearing none, I am going to share my screen here. There. Oop. Sorry. Okay. Oops. Ta-da. And I trust you can see my screen now. Yes, nod. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's go here. Quick update, Imelda. Want to say hi to everyone?
Yes, I'll say hi to everybody.
And just kind of poke your head around so they can see you.
Like, where do I go?
Either there or here.
Okay.
Here to speak, you can move your mask while you're talking so they can hear you.
I've had a couple of agents reach out to me who have needed help with their farming as well as uploading their contacts into the BAC. I'm more than welcome to like help you guys out. Just reach out to me and we can save a slot for you guys. Also on June the 10th, we're going to have marketing in our office from 1 to 4 p.m. for a 30-minute slot. If you guys are interested, shoot me an email and I'll save you guys a slot for that. And that's pretty much it.
Awesome. I'm so excited. They're going to be here live marketing. We're going to have, who is it? Jasmine? Jasmine from marketing is going to be in our office on the 10th from 1 to 4?
From 1 to 4 p.m.
From 1 to 4. You can sign up for a 30-minute slot. She's going to help you with your branding, any marketing, advertising questions that you have. Highly recommend, if you've not sat down with them, come in, let Imelda know when you want an appointment and she'll put you down in a 30-minute slot. Take advantage of it. My goodness, this is awesome. Awesome for you. So thank you, Imelda. And Imelda's been great at getting everybody's CRNs uploaded. So if you need help with that, if you've not uploaded your farm or your sphere, or you have questions on how to do it, just reach out. We're here to help. Gordon Miles, I think you all got the email yesterday, but in the event you did not, just a heads up, Chris Stewart is no longer with the company. He's heading up a technology company called Place. Christy Budnick, she's head of home service on BHHS Florida properties. She's taking over as the new CEO. Go, Christy. Anyway, pretty exciting stuff, and look forward to hearing from her and more to follow. Press releases will be coming, but Gordon just wanted to make sure that everybody knew what was going on before the public did. So there you go, update it. Berkshire Hathaway, big one too. May listings. Our goal this month is 33, and I need your help. We are 7 days from the end of the month. We need 14 more because I'm currently at 19 listings. If you have any sellers that are thinking about it and on the edge, go get them. Go get them and bring them home because we can use them. But I want to say congratulations to, over the last week, Michael Charles, the Kennedy team, Mark's Real Estate Group, Kana, George, Sean, Debbie Bellman twice. So congratulations to you and to everyone who's been on the board taking listings this month. That's our golden goose. And you want people coming to you. You know you're going to get paid if you're representing a seller, right? Buyers, not so much. It's a little tough out there working with buyers. So let's just go get as many listings as we possibly can. I'm looking to you to help us get to this goal at the end of the month. It's pretty exciting. So, you know, as they come up, we're gonna be really cheering for them. So thank you. On the sales side, May escrows, our goal was 29. We have surpassed that. Whoop, whoop. So congratulations. And congratulations over the last week since our last meeting here. We have the Kennedy team, Eric Blackader, Donna Ambrose put a couple in. Mike Elledge, congratulations. Debbie Bellman, Mark Mosselman, Debbie again, Kennedy team, SB, Brian, Mark's Real Estate Group. Let me get Jeff in here and move this because it just blocked me. There we go. Abraham and Gary. So congratulations to everybody who just put one in escrow. I see Karen McMenamy just popped in, and I know she wanted to say hello to everybody. So before I move on, I'm gonna say hi to Karen. Karen, you want to say hi to the troops?
Yes, good morning, everybody. Thank you, Gina, for making an exception for me today. I'm on a all hands meeting for my company right now. So just wanted to pop in, say hello, give you guys a couple of quick reminders. As far as home warranties go, anything over 5,000 square feet is a special quote. So I'm having a lot of that come up lately. I think a lot of the folks in the larger homes are starting to sell their homes with the market that we're in. So wanted to make sure you guys know to reach out to me for a quote on those houses that are over 5,000 square feet. It is a whole separate ballgame and price structure. So very important on that. And then again, remind you guys about the casitas coverage. You know, casitas, if they are attached to the home and share a roof line and it's all under 5,000 square feet, then it is included as part of the warranty with no separate charge. If it's a detached casita, there is a separate charge for that, which is $200 on our Shield Complete plan. So just those two things I want to remind you guys. Please reach out to me if you have questions. And don't forget, we also have our unlimited refrigerant coverage for the AC, which is running now on our Shield Complete plan. So we do not charge and we do not have a cap for refrigerant Freon, whether it's the 410A, the 407, or the R22. There is no cap on that, and it is included in the coverage at no additional charge. So want to make sure you guys are aware of all that. And also our NHD product, we are now on the drop-down menu in your zip forms. So take a peek at that. I think we're number 2 on the list, so we're excited about that. And we're running our NHD promo right now still until June 30th for $50. That includes your environmental and your tax. So if you need one, highly recommend getting that at the time of listing. We do not charge if it doesn't close escrow. So there's no cost to your seller. No need to worry that they're going to have a bill that they need to pay. So like I said, any questions, please reach out to me independently. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen, and good luck with your meetings today. And we look forward to seeing you in the office real soon.
Yes, I think we're going to be able to get back out there. So I'm excited.
Me too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to move along now, and we are talking about open houses. And we briefly discussed them last week. I know we all got the quick guide, but I do want to go over it because I'm not sure if you've all went over it. You know, open houses, guys, that's our lifeblood. I mean, how many people have we got just from open houses? And that's, we need to be out there. And I always say, all things being equal, people do business with people they like. All things not being equal, people are still going to do business with people they like, right? So we're marketing, we're advertising, we're doing the CRM, our neighborhood reports, we're sending out postcards, or might even be running our AdWords ads, and we're getting top of mind. But that last piece is getting face to face, eyeball to eyeball, because that's where you're going to make that connection. That's where you're going to say, hey, you are all that when the consumer comes in, and they're going to be really impressed with everything that you're doing. So as we get back out there, and I know there's not a lot of inventory right now, but that's another reason to get out there and really push to get more listings, because we are in a great position to literally just take everything in the fall. So I want you to be top of mind, but advertising open houses without qualifications now, that you can just have open houses as normal. And you can advertise in every aspect. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. No appointments are required anymore. So people can just come and go as they used to do. Multiple groups are allowed. You can have more than one couple, or more than, a couple, families or singles or whatever it is. They can all come in. The only rule is you need to still, and when you're thinking about, well, how many people am I allowed at one time? The answer is, can you safely social distance? So if you're getting so many people in the open house, which, I mean, I don't know, if you had an open house last weekend, I think you did, right?
I did. Yeah.
Did you have a lot of time?
I had a ton of traffic. Everybody was very respectful to one another. I tried to get them, you know how like with before we had to do like the COVID stuff, we used to try to get it to sign in, and it was like, so I was trying to make it all legal. I printed out the form, I have it right here, in my map. Yeah. So I had the form, and some people kind of gave me some information, but some were like, I thought you really need to sign in. So
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about the
Yeah.
legalities of this too.
But everybody was really respectful.
Nice, nice. Okay, face masks, yes, you still have to require face masks inside the house, even if they've had their shots. Have extra face masks available at the front door in case somebody comes and says, oh, I've been vaccinated, I don't need one. The answer is to come into the house, they still do. Signing in is required, guys. It's, all persons entering should sign in either digitally or in writing. Using the new form PSI. I'm also going to show you again the open house registration form on the VAC, and that's really super cool because they can register from their own cell phone. So it's not like if they're concerned about touching any paper or touching any of your equipment, they don't have to do that now. But the sign-in has to include three things. One, that they're going to follow the posted rules of entry. Two, that they received a link or copy to the prevention plan, that form BPPP, the best practice form. They have to have that, and they have to have the version May of 2021. If you're giving them the version from last July, that's not the right one. So make sure all the forms you have are revised as of this month, May 2021. Can I still use the PED-V? The answer is yes. But the new PED-ALL or PED-V accomplishes it all. It's just a one-page document now, but you have to use it. How can I determine what's the maximum number allowed in the property? We just discussed that. And then what's required for the posted rules of entry? And I've got samples here I'm going to show you, but it's just the one form now. So the requirement, it has to be clearly visible at the front door, okay? You may link to or publish these rules in the MLS listings and publicly online as well. This form is called the PRE, the Posted Rules of Entry, can be used for that purpose, and it's available on zip forms as well. What are the cleaning protocols? Because you still have to disinfect, but that says the property should be cleaned once a day, consistent with CDC guidelines. Determine how often to clean. High-touch surfaces should be cleaned at least once a day. More frequent cleaning might be needed when the space is occupied by young children and others who may not consistently wear masks, wash hands, cover coughs, sneezes, etc. High traffic areas. If you have a big group or, several groups of people coming through your open house and they're touching everything, when they leave, you may just want to grab a Clorox wipe and just kind of wipe down the, the areas where it was mostly touched. Other precautions, if weather permits, open the doors and the windows to allow for, air to come and clean everything out, give some fresh air in there. Also recommended to have sanitizer, hand sanitizer at the front door and wipes available. Does this change any protocols for appointment-based individuals showing that you don't need appointments anymore for open houses? So just wanted to cover that with you. And then what you do need are your quick guide to open house and showing rules. That's the posted rules for entry, your PSI, your PED-ALL, and then of course the BPPP is, and these ones are the ones that are updated as of May. So talking about open houses for a second, profitable agents hold open houses as a strategy, okay? What I don't want you to do is say, okay, I'm going to do an open house, and you're going to throw a sign in the yard, and you're going to sit inside and just wait for something to happen. If you're going to be successful at an open house, it has to be a system. You have to have a strategy for it. And I always teach, you have to have before, during, and after strategies. What am I going to do before to drive traffic to this open house? My during strategies, what am I going to do to get that, to start building rapport with the person that's coming in? How best am I going to be able to help that person? Do I have the knowledge that is required to be at that open house? Have I done my homework? Do I deserve to have somebody work with me? These are questions you should be asking yourself. And then, of course, the after strategies or your follow-up strategies. Who did you meet? How many people did you get put into your CRM? And so you can now have drip systems and neighborhood reports, and you're giving them listing alerts to help them find something. So before, during, and after strategy should be top of mind constantly, with the number one focus of scheduling the appointment. Okay, you either want to schedule a listing appointment or a buyer appointment. So when somebody comes in, don't just meet them, greet them, shake their hand, out they go. And sometimes that's absolutely the case because it's somebody who's just not interested in this property, or they already have an agent. So when that happens, it's okay. Just be nice out there. World needs more nice people right now, and so just be nice out there. And but for those who you are speaking with that don't have an agent, who are looking to either list their own home or buy a property in the future, focus on schedule that appointment before they leave the open house. Don't just say, yeah, I'll give you a call and we'll work something out. Go for it. Just see if you can. That's the whole name of the game. I don't believe there's such a thing called nosy neighbors. I think they're either there because they're thinking of selling in the future and they're there interviewing you. They might be thinking, what agent should I be hiring? And they're going to go look at and see what you're doing for open houses. So you're being interviewed. If it's not the nosy neighbor, it is a neighbor that maybe the seller asked, hey, can you go check out my open house? My house is being held open. Go see what you think of the agent, right? So you have to know if a neighbor's walking in, understand what your goals are. If it's somebody and they're not going to really tell you up front. So your job is, when you're dealing with a neighbor, you've got to know that neighborhood. You've got to know what properties are active. And pricing, you need to know, they might come in and say, well, why is this one at 550,000 when the one down the street's bigger at 525? You know what? You should have previewed that one down the street already. So you can come back and say, well, the one down the street, it doesn't have a pool. It's not been upgraded. This one has 1, 2, 3. And you can really go in and sell that property. That's how you need to be. If it's in a country club, my goodness, go meet with the membership director before the open house. Get the information on the club. What is it, a private club? What does it cost to join for a membership? What does the social membership include? So these are things that you can do. Those just remember, the membership directors at these country clubs, they want to sell memberships just as bad as you want to sell a house. So they will work with you and they will give you the information that you need so that you bring clients to them, and they potentially will buy a membership as well. So these are all partners in your business. I consider them my team members, kind of like escrow and title and my lender. I've got my membership people because they're going to help you. They're going to help you sell the lifestyle and help you really understand it. So that's all part of getting ready for an open house. Are the door hangers allowed? Are door hangers allowed? I believe so. I know agents. There's some question about door knocking, whether that was face to face, but we'll check with the city right now. I would double check with the city to see, because bottom line is, no matter what is or isn't allowed by CDC, the city has the final say. And so we can follow up and see if they're good with that right now. And then think about, what are you doing to set yourself apart from your competitors? If they're coming to your open house, they're going to other agents' open houses. So do you look and feel the same, so to speak, as all the other agents out there? Or what you're doing, are you raising that bar so when they walk into your open house, they're thinking, wow, I've been to 3 other open houses and none of them are like this. Have you set yourself up? So that's what you want to know. You want to be the best out there, bottom line, and give as much information as you can. I'm going to include with the handouts today. There's a nice one on the VAC. It's a high impact open house, start to finish. I'm going to email that out to everybody as well. Go through it because it gives you some excellent ideas of what you can be doing. But you might be sitting there saying, well, this is really great, but there are no listings. I have nothing to sit. So here's here's what I recommend. Number one, you're right, there's not a lot of listings on the MLS, but we do have listings. So go onto the MLS and see if there's anything there that hasn't sold yet. And then contact, if it's, you know, if it's not your listing, obviously, contact the listing agent and see if you're allowed to hold it open. You know, I've even been, when there were no open houses and I was an agent out there selling, I even did open houses with leases. Why? Because investors go to leases and they're gonna also buy property. So if you say, well, I don't have any listings, I only have a couple leases, well, consider sitting. The goal is to be visible. The goal is to get out there and have people come in and meet you. And you know, there's lots of different things that we can do. So if there's any in your farm, definitely you want to jump on that. You know, what is your bread and butter price point? Those are the ones, you know, that high turnover rate. You want to have an open house where there's activity. So let's talk about driving traffic. If you go into the VAC and you have all your contacts uploaded, you can either email a letter or you can email a flyer to everyone in your CRM about your upcoming open house. They need to see you're a working agent, and you're thinking, well, Gina, you know, I've got people in Washington and Michigan. They are not going to come to my open house. But that's not the point. The point is they're seeing you working, and your verbiage isn't, you should stop by my open house. The verbiage can be, if you're in the area, or if you know of somebody in the area, stop by and say hello. I have to tell you, I have had agents come to me that have said, oh my God, it actually worked. I have a client that was across country and they happened to be out here and said, and it's true story, Ellen Fisher, you guys, some of you know him. He said, they came, he said, I sent it by mistake. He didn't even mean to send it to them. And they actually came to the open house because they happened to be in the desert on vacation. You never know what's going to happen. Oh, and by the way, he sold it to them 3 days later. So had they not gotten that email, they wouldn't have even known he was holding an open house. You know, do a short video of yourself in front of the house. Send it out on all the social media platforms. Invite people. They want to see you. Remember, all things being equal, people do business with people they like. In your subject line, when you're sending out an email, would you not open an email that says, guess what I'm doing this weekend? Just out of curiosity here, you're going to be able to open that email. And then you might want to say something like, I hope all's well. This weekend, I'm holding a new listing open at this address from this time to this time. If you're in the neighborhood, stop by. I'd love to see you. If you know someone who's looking for 4-bedroom, 3-bath home in the beautiful like Tinker, Indian Wells area, feel free to forward this along to them. Make sure you watch the video. Hope to see you soon. So very simple things that you can do to get traffic driven right to your open house. You want to send invites to neighbors, you know, maybe handwritten note cards or print out some cards and mail them, just so make sure if you're mailing them at least 7 days before the open house so they get them before the open house. I'm not sure about door knocking. Again, contact the city to see if they're allowing it yet. And we'll see what we can do there, but you can definitely mail if you know, right now that's open to everyone. You want to go into the MLS, you want to post it on the MLS. Please don't be lazy and say, yeah, I will, and then not do it, because the consumer goes to the MLS and looks for open houses. You know, these open houses, when they're posted on the MLS, they're also posted on all the realtor sites as well. So you want to be able to drive traffic, make sure you're posting it everywhere. You may also want to consider putting an ad in the Desert Sun, the retreat. I think it's like $29 a day, and you can have your open house shown there. Again, is that going to drive a lot of traffic? I don't know if it's going to drive a lot of traffic or not, but an ad in the paper at least helps your seller see that you're doing everything that you said you were going to do, which is everything. So you want to make sure you're doing what you said you were going to do. Okay, on the day of the open house, again, follow city and any HOA rules on signs. You can put out as many as are allowed. If there's only one sign allowed in the front yard, then put one sign in the front yard. If it's open and you can put one on every corner, then put one on every corner. Put one with your name on it though, because the whole purpose of signage, number one, of course, is to get people to your open house, but most importantly, it's to see your name. They want to see who's holding this open house. If you can have your name on 20, 30 different signs out there, my goodness, people are going to look and say, that, you know, that agent is the hardest working agent out in the desert. So it's important to do that. Put a sign writer on the yard sign the week before you're open. So, you know, they've got them at CDAR and it says open Saturday and blank to blank, and you can put in the time. So grab a couple of those, put them on. Everybody who drives in front of that house for the week is going to know there's an open house this weekend. It's going to drive more traffic. Of course, your materials, all the CAR required forms, you want to have your financing options from Access Home Loans. Have details, photos, info of other listings. You want to have all this. Again, information about a clubhouse if it's in a country club setting. You want to have flags, balloons. You want to make it look welcome. You know, my gosh, people have been locked up for the last year. Make it look welcoming, like it's a party. They're, you know, it's exciting to be out again. Have your hand sanitizer, face masks at the front with your disinfecting wipes. Check with the sellers. Some sellers still want to see booties. They don't want people tromping in their house with their shoes. Okay, so if that's what the seller wants, get some booties and, you know, have them available. If the home's not furnished, you know, consider taking a small table and chair so you have a place to put your stuff. You know, put your tasteful music on in the background. Maybe get some water bottles. You can order the branded labels for marketing that you can put. So when they take a water bottle, they've got your branding with it. Dress, of course, professionally. You're looking the part there. And then there's some script ideas. And I'm going to play one here for you. And this is Rick Berube.
Hey, I'm Russ Ruffino, and if you're a coach, consultant, expert, author, or speaker, I have just one question for you. Do you know where your next?
Yes, do that. Okay.
Okay, the open house script, just like the just listed script. Okay, so you're gonna go. I mean, you can do it over the phone or you can do a door knocking. I personally like inviting the neighbors by door knocking. Hi, my name is Rick Berube with Berkshire Hathaway. We just listed a house over on Oak Street. Has 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, and it's on the market for $400,000. By the way, what are you doing Saturday? I'm having an open house. Love to come have you come by, check it out. It's gonna be open from 9:30 to 10 for the neighbors, 10 to 2 for the public. Now, it doesn't matter what they say next. Yes, we can. Yes, you can. Great. Can't wait to see you. By the way, how long have you lived in the neighborhood? Where'd you folks move from? Huh? Same exact script. No, you can't come. Totally understand. By the way, how long have you lived in the neighborhood? Where'd you folks move from? It's the same script. It's the just listed script, and you just add in inviting them to the open house. It's that simple.
That simple. Okay, so let me get back over to here. So yeah, easy. If you need some of Rick's scripts, if you don't have them, you know, everybody should have the book of everything and what's the other one called? RE Success 2020. Those are the two. If you don't have them, let me know. I'll send them out to you. I do have Success is a Verb. I've got a few books in my office that you're welcome, and this is, you know, Rick's way of helping you. So there's a couple script ideas. Some of the important things you don't want to miss during the open house is how long have you been looking? Because statistically speaking, of course, it might have swapped up just a little bit, but NAR says from the time a person is starting to look to the time they're signing a purchase agreement is about 6 months. So if you have somebody who says, I'm just starting to look, in the back of your mind, statistically speaking, you know that they're about 6 months out, right? If they say, gosh, you know, I've been looking and I'm hoping to find something, you just got to get an understanding of where they are in the process. Have you made any offers? That is such an important question today, because most buyers have made offers. Most buyers have made multiple offers at the same time, which we should not do. I ask that I know what's going on out there right now, and that's a whole different topic, and I don't want to digress, but just remember, when a buyer is making an offer, he's making that offer in good faith. And if he makes 5 different offers on 5 different properties that he's not planning on closing on all those properties, that is not in good faith. Okay, just throwing that out there. So if they say, yeah, I've made 4 different offers and none of them got accepted, my next question is going to be, why don't you tell me about them? I want to know where's the house that they like, right? So I know what neighborhoods did they most want to be in. What happened? What happened, do they think? And you know, they have an agent. What happened to the agent that made those offers? Are you still working with that agent, right? Because if they are, then you know they have an agent. How soon would you like to be in your next home? It gives you an idea of urgency and how fast you need to act. Will you be financing any portion of your investment? Hugely important question, because if the answer is yes, you're going to pull out your phone, you're going to give Eric a call and say, hey, here's I'm here with a potential buyer. They're not working with a lender. Can I introduce you to them? And put them together, and then Eric will come back and say, hey Gina, this person is qualified up to X dollars, go have fun. He's going to be on standby for my approval letter, because when I find that house, which I know I'm going to do because we are that type of agent, we're going to make it happen, then we've already got him approved with somebody we trust. So that's a really important question. Are you financing any portion of your investment? And then if so, are you already working with a lender? And depending on the lender, I may ask them for a backup app. If it's a lender I have no idea, or I just don't feel comfortable that I've ever heard of before, I may have them run a backup app with my lender, because I want somebody I trust giving me that answer. You do not want to be an escrow and then have the lenders not being responsive. That is a huge problem, and it happens all the time. So your lender is your best friend. You need to stay close. You need to work very closely. You need to have each other's cell phone numbers and be on speed dial, because in this business, they're everything, okay? And so remember, your goal is to set your buyer consultation appointment. And we talked about that in my buyer workshop. You want to be able to schedule an appointment with that potential person to sit down and get to know them a little bit better. Have the buyer representation agreement signed. Get all your ducks in a row. Look at some properties, maybe in our conference room, so you get an understanding of what they're looking for. But have a goal of setting a buyer consultation appointment. And of course, if it's a neighbor, you may be setting a listing appointment from that. Okay. And then as far as marketing, there are so many ideas that you can do for open houses. And I just popped onto Canva and I clicked on BHHS, California, Nevada, and Arizona. And then at the top, I just typed in open house invitation, and you'll see that right here in the search bar. And because there's hundreds or not thousands of things in here, and you can just go through, I just did a screenshot, but literally you can go through and find so many different things for social media, for flyers, for postcards, whatever you want. We've got Deluxe Brand Marketing also has a bunch of ideas that you can use for open houses to get those out. So, I mean, it's endless. And if you already have an AdWorks ad, you might even consider running an open house ad on AdWorks, so that when people click on it, they get that property information coming up is an option for you too. And you can change those up. You don't have to keep it the same forever and ever. So any questions on any of that? The open house, before, during, after, driving traffic, what to do, following up.
I have a question.
Hi, Katie.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I have a question about open houses.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
if someone comes in with a realtor, and I've always kind of just greeted them and let them do their own thing, what if I can't get them to sign in?
Well, you're not, and what you're having them do, and that realtor should know, you're not signing in for contact purposes. You're registering them for tracking purposes. And the open house showing guidelines sign in is basically, remember a few slides back, they're saying that to the best of their knowledge, they're not currently afflicted with and have not knowingly in the last 10 days been around somebody afflicted with COVID. Number two, that they're not experiencing a fever or respiratory illness, cough, shortness of breath. And you will inform the broker if after the date you enter, there's a change in your health condition. So if they come to your open house and then later they find out that, you know, they've just been exposed to somebody with COVID the day before, they have to be able to tell the broker, and we have to be able to let people know if need be that they're, you know, that they've been exposed potentially. That's the CDC guidelines. So if they come with a realtor, and Katie, I think that's a really good question. If they come with a realtor, just say, I do need you to sign in so that, you know, to comply with CDC guidelines. I'm not using it. If, you know, if they don't, at least get the realtor sign in, and I'll try to get more information on that. But, and this isn't about us just contacting them. This is about following CDC guidelines.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And, you know, we're going to take the high road. And if we tell them we're not contacting your client unless there's a COVID issue, we're not going to contact the client unless there's a COVID issue, because we are ethical. So that's who we are. Thank you. Okay. Any other questions? No. All righty. Well, let's connect with marketing. They're going to help you get everything put together. And today, my Facebook Live with Mark Stark, CEO. I'm so excited. I'm really happy things are opening up. On June 8th at 10 a.m. in our Indian Wells office, Mark Stark will be here live. Yay! And I'm so happy. He's going to be here live. His presentation, his topic that he's going to talk on is, I mean, I'm hearing feedback from Arizona, Nevada. The agents are just going crazy. It's supposed to be amazing. So I'm super excited about it. Yes, you may be in the office. I encourage you to come back. Come back. Come home. It's time. It is time. Get in here. Get to work. You know, obviously we're opening up full, I believe, on June 15th. We're still going to be, you know, social distancing around and whatnot. But, you know,
I have to wear a mask in the office then?
Yeah, if we're like this, we should have our masks on. You know, if you're social distance, if you're in your private office, obviously you don't have to, because then you're distanced away from everybody. But you know, just it's going to be fun. The topic's going to be great. Mark your calendar for it. You do not want to miss it. He is really fired up to be back out in person, and so it's going to be worth it. So I'm pretty excited about that. Don't forget to click into the VAC calendar to see all upcoming meetings this week. Training is the art of follow-up. That's today at 1 o'clock. Staying in touch is tomorrow at 1, and drip campaigns is Thursday at 1. So you don't want to miss out on that if you haven't done it already. And we are stronger together. So this is your time. Do you have any plugs or wants? I thought I had a slide in here with all these. I guess I forgot to put it in.
Gina, I have a question for Eric.
Yes.
What's the app? What's your app? I went to Axiom. There's a few of them on there.
Yeah, I can send you the link right to your phone or your email. Just let me know how you want to receive it,
Okay.
and I'll send it to you, and I'll help you get it up and running.
That'd be great. I'll send you a note. Thanks.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And for agents, if you look at the chat here, Eric was kind enough to put his contact information, his phone number and email address. So if you are looking for that Axia Home Loan app and would like it, send Eric a text and he can, or an email, and he'll send it right back to you. It's a cool app. He sent it to me. It's nice. It's nice to have that there. And I got to tell you, having your lender right there when you meet that buyer is so critical, because it gets them right into the system right at the get-go, and there's no question. And if Eric tells me this person is qualified, I know I'm closing escrow. I know it's not going to be the lender's fault. So if you've been in escrow before, you know that's 90% of the stress is the loan. So let's make sure we're using the ones who are gonna get it closed. Okay, thank you. Good question, George. Any other questions? Okay, well, hearing none, I am here. Let's make this an outstanding week. Think listings, and I'm here to help you any way I can. So thank you all, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Thanks, Gina.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Gina.
Gina.
Thanks,
You're
Gina.
welcome.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Gina.
Gina.
Thank you, Gina.
Gina.
Thank you,
Bye.
Gina.